No, Kisara was getting me at that point. But, good guess. For this... I didn't mean to do that. For those who want to hear the very brief recap that just happened, that would be on only the stream. We're not doing it again for the video. Blame Kosara, who tried to eat a scarf. But welcome to back to Soul Silver and Heart Gold. I don't think you actually said that. And
nope, probably not.
Hey there, Jake, Jules, and Jack. Do we not have Lion today?
He hasn't said anything yet.
Hey, Lion.
Hey, Lion.
Hope you're doing well. I understand things have been a little rough for you lately.
Hey, Nabumi. So, which one are we going to take on first? Oh, well, I guess it would be Team Rocket before Price, but... Jasmine or Team Rocket?
Let's beat up baddies.
Beating up baddies? Okay.
Thank you for getting that correct. You're good. Where do I need to go?
Probably back to Lake of Rage to talk to Lance.
Okay. I'm going to be using one of the... I'm going to use your A4 quick travel. By the way. Just for fly, I'm putting them back in the box right after.
Just...
Okay, you know what? Go ahead, deposit your Pokemon so I can take out your A.
Could just teach Fly to another Pokemon.
No. Move economy. Which city?
Lake of Rage. Not a city.
Flying which city is Lake of Rage near?
Fly to Lake of Rage.
Oh. That's a fly location? Okay.
I have to show you on the map.
There's no place to deposit your A.
Well, no, there's not a PC at the Lake of Rage.
That can't do.
Right here it is. What's an acting right? Oh, right. Yeah, sure, I'll help.
How big of a location is Lake of Rage, like, in terms of things going on, that needs its own location on the map?
Apparently big enough. Once you're done talking to Lance, just head into Mahogany.
Please tell me that's the city south of Lake of Rage. Okay. I think I actually talked to Lance before we left last time.
Was he not at the lake?
I didn't check because...
If you go into the suspicious house in the middle of Mahogany, Lance there.
Okay, I'll check if he's there real quick. Yep. Lance.
Okay. Then you just saved yourself a trip.
That was not a hyper beam.
More of a Giga Impact.
Yeah, that's more a Giga Effect.
Oh yeah, the Persian statues. Hope you're ready for a million battles.
I'm ready for a million battles.
Oh, right. We're gonna be over leveled for this.
You should have the honors. Weezing and Aggron, legendary, whatever this thing is. Visprit, Illuminian, or a Marowak. What do you think, Nyx?
Go with Gyarados.
Right. The worst option. Joking. Why did my character stay standing in front of the alarm system? You have no sense of stealth, child.
Oh, Furcron's been poisoned.
That's a Wobbuffet.
Oh, right, shed skin.
I'm glad that Wobbuffets aren't Wobbuffets in this game.
Right. Imagine if they still just countered and mirror coded.
That's the rough part about move randomizers. There's certain Pokemon that just don't function the way they normally do because of the change.
I could see that, Drake. 100%.
They move really fast. Somehow I have concerns about your factual reporting.
Gyarados, Gyarados.
I claims unsubstantiated rumor.
Go, my normal cat. Use Hydro Pump.
That's... Why are you sending a cat after... Never mind.
Why am I sending a cat after a dog?
Yes.
Comedy.
Wait, did this Torkoal have... Oh, it's just the mist. I looked away because I'm fixing something. Oh, that is not...
Time to put my Gyarados up front.
That should be sufficient. A little bit Snuggins there.
If I recall... Oh, you don't even have to fight the person.
Why did Machamps... The... arm thrust only do 2? That has 4 arms.
A reminder that you can turn the security system off.
I could, but...
Turn off the statues after only one statue battle. Yep. Actually really nice that you just turn them off that quickly.
Okay, the problem though is that you're turning them off. The Zacchaeus wish to feast on blood. And these victims will do nicely. Oh wow, that Alakazam actually take that. I probably should heal up because that's actually really cutting it close.
How are you cutting it close? You're like 10 levels above them.
Aggregate damage.
Madness.
Hey Drake. Oh, you. I took a future sight attack. After taking out the Alakazam.
You didn't die, did you?
No.
Good.
Yeah, I don't want to touch that. Don't worry, guy.
Ooh, I found a black flute. Which flute are you? Melody makes wild Pokemon less likely to... Wait, do I just get free repels? Do I just get repel? That's nice.
Which way forward?
You can go either direction, but if you go down and right, you get a lot fewer wild Pokemon encounters.
There's wild Pokemon encounters here? And I tripped another alarm. This is kinda great.
I'll wait for you to get to the checkerboard to get our wild encounter. Oh yeah, Bergeron. Free grapple. Oh, God, no.
Okay, there's way too many things surviving a level 30 Marowak. Kinda disappointed in the output. I was told this species had insane power output. I'm a little confused. Oh, is there 2 times every time?
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome!
Almost nobody on my team is special.
Oh, okay, first of all, I'm checking.
I got the checkerboard floor.
I ran out of PowerPoints. Oh, the Bronzor killed itself on Bergon. Oh, right. Fire's resist.
My cat for a walk.
Kept messing.
What's up?
Messing attacks. I have to switch Gyarados out front because of somebody has only like 2 attacking moves.
This is the one that we're using.
Alright, that's 1. This will be 2. Oh, nice. Oh, a critical hit on the first shot.
So our encounter for the area is some combination of fighting, ghost, electric, ice, and or dark.
We can keep it. Does it end their area if we do this encounter?
Say what?
Does it end the area or something if we do this encounter?
Doing this Pokemon? No.
Okay. Natsumi's.
Are you ready?
There's supposed to be traps here. Oh. Yeah, go get your encounter. Oh. First of all, no, it's not one we don't have.
There we go. I got a Hitmontop.
I got Mewtwo.
Fuck.
Wait, what? Oh, use Spore. Oh, my battle animations are off. I'm sorry. I knew something was off.
Hitmontop used Wish.
Oh, that almost actually fainted the encounter. I didn't realize that there was that much variance. But I got it. Let's try to do this ball.
Well, Wish won't matter if it's just caught right now. Which it was.
Nice. Who's on naming? Looks like you.
I think I'm next. Yeah.
I'll have to go back to the Pokemon Center.
You said you had Mewtwo?
Oh, that's Pain Split. Okay. Not screwing around anymore.
You shouldn't have been screwing around in the first place. That's a good one. I went the opposite direction, Drake.
It's not staying in the ball.
Getting the ball maybe.
I have to do an attack because I'm on my last ball.
You all are the ones making kinky, not me. Same.
Great, I ended up confusing the Mewtwo when itself was Durant Red. Go, stay in. Good.
Got it.
Yeah,
Muta.
we're going Mewtwo?
Muta.
Alright.
Then we're heading back to the center.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Man, it's a good thing I have these escape rope. Oh, escape rope doesn't work here.
Yeah, it's not a cave. It's just a building.
Persian? Pergron? You good over there?
It is not feeling good, Mr. Stark.
Pergron is glaring at the Persian statue.
Hmm?
My Persian is glaring at the Pergron statue. Oh, time to run around this way.
I'm going to go back in the building since I'm going to be slower than you through it.
Yeah, that joke choked me up too. I'll heal first.
I don't understand why we're not bad enough dudes that we can bike through a villain's hideout.
Because there's stairs. Can't bike up and down stairs.
You can if you try hard. Oh hey, you're here. Am I meeting the same two grunts every time?
Oh right, I forgot to look at Hitmontop's
You are the same grunts every time, aren't you?
Ooh, filter. That's helpful.
Yes, and I don't agree with him. First of all, why is the scientist really randomly a sidekick?
My Hitmontop had Sonic Boom and Psychic Cut for damaging moves.
That's really good for money. I forget context of all I was saying it already. I'm probably gonna have a little bit more coffee.
Disgusting bean juice.
What say?
Bean juice. Wait, is this teleporter what I think it is?
Indeed, bean juice.
So, you know, I ran all the way around to get back upstairs.
Alright.
There's a teleporter that was right there.
Does the teleport not bring you to the stairs?
It does.
Oh.
But I ran all the way around. Because I didn't think to try the teleporter in the mysterious base.
Oh. Okay. I see. Thank you, Jules. Sorry. Alright. I am nearly to the stairs.
And I think Lance just healed our Pokemon as well. Bleh. Oh well.
I needed that heal.
Okay. They don't see me yet.
Wouldn't you call it more of a soup?
No, I would definitely think it's bean.
Okay. What if we called it bean tea?
Bean tea might be closer, yeah. How is your mic still picking me up?
Not allowed to attack that becomes more powerful with less HP the user has. Beats Flash.
Maybe beanstalk, yeah. I think that would be the most accurate one.
Don't extract local. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's very fair. Wait, why did it say I'm live again?
Are you no longer live?
Oh, where's the button? Why are we trying?
It's my turn to have the more effective recording, apparently. Looked like a hiccup, it's running green now. Oh, right. Well, fighting strong against steel. Was it steel?
Yeah, fighting strong against rock, steel, ice.
Holy. Okay, just barely did a damage on one move, and that was a super effective move, and then it turned around and did some other move that nearly took out the Pergon's health bar.
Okay. Stream looks fine again. That's weird. Random.
Okay, we're going to practice caution with type effectiveness there.
I found a very nice TM.
It's 69, isn't it?
Maybe.
It's 69.
Maybe.
Okay, I like right next to the stairs. You're going to clear out this whole dungeon by the time I'm done. Getting through this one. Boop. Alright.
RPG. I didn't even remember this was the person I needed to talk to. I was just going around this way.
Wapafet knows Hyper Beam? Okay.
Probably shouldn't be doing boosts for these streams anyways, just we're not in close proximity at all.
But, huh? I'm not even remotely related to a bunny. I'm missing something, aren't I?
Go ahead. Sorry, checking a couple things quick.
Sure. This'll just buy me some time.
Oh, I wasn't apologizing to you.
I know you weren't apologizing to me. You're not really affecting me in any substantial way, in any way at all. Let's if you go and get our Pokemon killed.
What you're saying is I should go let the sun die.
I haven't really been using the sun, but I would rather have the sun alive.
You haven't been taking advantage of Nesprit's stats? Huh. Oh, I can't even see the boost. That's because I deactivated the boost for these. Because we really can't be doing the boopings during the Solok streams.
Which way should I go if I just want to get experience points?
What do you mean, which way?
And the second floor.
Talk to everyone.
Alright, I'm good with that.
Zod, you might want to try refreshing. Hydrate should save time. It might have been because of the stream data.
Oh, that's applying. In my defense, like, half the bugs that aren't flying actually have look like they're flying.
Well, I'll go ahead and take a drink anyways, since I know you're trying to hydrate.
That's another one. Oh, this
Just for
is...
the hydrate.
You have no idea how good this feels.
How good what feels.
Systematically destroying every Team Rocket member. I do mean every Team Rocket member.
Oh no, a torture.
We're fighting evil. We're switching off of Gyarados, who's gotten 4 level ups by now.
What if someone sends out a Raichu?
Then I should probably switch off my water Pokemon.
Okay, that's both of those.
Wait, what's this upstairs?
I wonder what our electrodes are gonna be.
Oh yeah, I don't have to imagine. I do not have to imagine
What are we not imagining?
that I am facing against an Electivire.
So what are we not imagining?
Nothing. It is dead.
Yeah, good job, Synchro. Use fire punches.
This Rocket Grot had 2 grass Pokemon. And guess who my lead is? It's Aluminium.
I think it's pronounced aluminum.
I guess that would make sense. Okay, that's the head office. Nice. That's the last place to go.
Oh,
What's up?
am I fighting him now? No, okay. Going towards the head office because of an item over there triggers a small scene. Oh, that's actually not the last place to go. You'll have to do that office before the electrodes.
Okay. Oh no.
Hmm.
Luminion. Luminion.
Luminium.
Luminion. Aluminium got a bit of a zap.
Hope not too much of this app.
Can't be too much, it's still only 2 health down. That's not going anywhere.
Oh no, Ascendant Bill. I'll just have the sun light.
Psychic type just exerting its ridiculous overpoweredness. I'm destroying almost all of these encounters. Gravity.
Pronounced limousine. Limousine.
What was that?
Limousinion. Oh my god. Couldn't say that.
Even though that actually has synergy with my Marowak. Oh, well, unfortunate for you, I'm not a weakling.
Of course, Seadra has Intimidate. Didn't matter.
Oh, I barely did not get the last HP of damage on a Steelix. Oh, Ninetales, I'm so sorry. Not really, but...
So yeah, we're just storming through Team Rocket's base right now. I fight everybody that is over here.
Okay, it's only those two left. I forgot to turn on the animation still.
Do that now.
Yeah, fair. On the failed recording, apparently they kept on forgetting to turn on battle animations after going between. And then when they actually got the recap recording up, they actually forgot to ever turn it off. I think they did. They did at least a couple of times.
Orton's gonna get punched by the sun. Auxiliary.
Okay. Is that it? There weren't many encounters. Alright, let's fix that option. Battle scene is on.
Oh. I don't know why I was going through the text so slow. We've been skipping the rest of the text. Hey, we're getting attacked by... Oh no, I don't want to kill them all while. I feel less over-leveled now. Considering Lance has a level 40 in here.
Dang it. No, I am. I couldn't tell. You don't look like yourself, Giovanni. Oh my god, I didn't!
You didn't actually realize that wasn't Giovanni.
Yeah, because the sprite's messed up, I couldn't actually see it, so I was joking.
You not just open a menu and fix that?
I was in the middle of dialogue when... Well, maybe I could have opened it before I went into the room. I didn't. I could try that next time. Oh my god. That was kind of great, though.
You know what? Body slam.
Sandstorm.
You're rude. Jump up, just eat pedal dance on the sun.
Oh, that's actually getting rough for her, it is. Alright, I'll bring back my limousine, Ian.
Praise the sun.
I coincidentally brought out the sun for this.
Nice. Oh no, we have to knock out Electro. Let's start with the top electrode.
Oh, Murkra, that's how. Too bad there doesn't seem to be many interactables on the side in a lot of these games.
What do you mean?
Like little bits, like lore bits, to just kind of interact with. Like you have PCs all over the place and they don't, yeah, PCs all over the place and you can't really touch them. You can be like, oh, we were up to this or this plan failed. Just those little side touches that really spruce up the game. From what I understand, Game Freak seems to rush the Pokemon series though.
Fallout Pokemon.
It is alright, so you're going to face the two of us facing with the two of them.
Let me know what Lance has for you.
Wait, Lance is on my side? That's so unfair. He has a Ghastly.
Get a Shadot for me.
Rip.
Oh, this poor Sinja. I should put it out of its misery.
I can remember that poison is not weak against heat because I keep on thinking poison is weak against heat. Because that's just something the system thinks.
Ah, the heat type.
Fire type. It's doing plenty of damage anyways. Okay, switching back out.
Oh good, at least this last Electro didn't have Intimidate. Yay. The Electrodes are like no more. That was bad, I'm sorry.
You get a die! You get a die! You get a die!
Yay. I got 05.
What does it make you think about?
Oh, you know, poison stuff.
Better not be looking for a boy to get hooked up with behind my back.
I mean, some of these plans are really simple. But yeah, everyone that seems higher, they're incompetent. I won't argue that one.
You say incompetent, but let's face it, the kid who beats the evil team always ends up the one who could face off against legendaries and destroy the Elite Four.
So what you're saying is the entirety of the Pokemon world is incompetent.
Either that, or you just happen to be playing a Prodigy every time.
Yeah, I'll buy a Rage Candy Bar. Why not?
Let's put the execution. Alright, the first electrode is a sparrow. No wonder why doesn't have that much range.
I'm gonna go pick up an item while waiting on you.
Sure.
At least what I think is an item. We already have our Cherry Grove encounter.
I don't know. This is why Ithray was asking you to get the do a quick go over to check that stuff.
Oh, Super Repel.
The second electrode's Poliwag.
Hey, I got a Mystic Water.
And the third electrode will at least be an electric type. It'll be a Jolteon. Yay, Jolteon. Oh, I'm fading a Jolteon.
Time to fly back to Mahogany. And one. Gather all these super specific items that may or may not allow me to complete my evil scheme. Plan 2. Use my Pokemon that can create earthquakes to hold a country for ransom. I mean, I don't see the flaw in that plan.
Or we could point out what Jaden points out and how every evil team keeps relying on using legendaries and it never ends well. Yay, I got HM5.
Yeah, I got TN36. You know that guardhouse on the way to the Lake of Rage?
Yeah.
If you talk to the guard in there, you get a TM.
Okay.
And also you lose $500. The guardhouse that you can avoid on the way to Lake of Rage.
Wait, I have to actually go in there to get an item?
Yes.
I didn't see any items when we went in there accidentally.
So do you recall the full thing I said?
No?
If you go through the guardhouse and talk to the guard, you get an item. But yeah, let me know when you're ready to take on prices, Jim. I'm kind of just riding around back and forth while waiting.
Alright. Where am I going now?
Prices, Jim, probably.
Wait, I never encountered this guy? Girl. This child. I never encountered the child.
But that would cost money, Jack. You know, you can't spend money.
Throwing shade at the world. Alright. Oh, the third one?
Oh, they don't spend money on those. They just steal stuff for those. What do you take them for? Some upstanding group? No, no, no. Theft is the name of the game.
I can't think of any time that they actually bought contraptions.
Team Rocket buys contraption. I know that much. They're also not trying to take over the world.
Wait, they actually bought contraptions? I remember them stealing and holding ransom.
At least in the anime, I do remember Jesse and James talking about using all their money on various things.
Sure. But Team Rocket there is much different. So much different.
Are you ready for price yet? People are probably tired of watching me bike in circles around this house.
I can tell you that I just got in, but
As in, you just got into the gym?
I did, yeah.
Oh, well. Yay, ice puzzles. Everyone's favorite.
I was gonna say, hey, am I feeling bloodthirsty? But then I realized I probably need to fight both of them anyways.
Why are you using a Rapidash and a knife?
Because it's cool. I'll see myself out.
Tangrowth, you're tanky, right?
Hmm?
Oh, Tangrowth is actually very tanky. Physically, at least. be right back. Also, I did a stupid.
Back as well.
So I'm mildly stupid. It's fine though. We're alive. Let's hope it doesn't use an ice or dragon move next.
Seems like a little bit. Oh, that's what's going on.
What's up?
There was a little bit of water in this bottle still, so.
Jack, shut up. Okay, it used hammer arm. I was thinking, oh hey, physical attack. I was also thinking, oh, it's going to use a physical attack on this fire again. You know, this physical fighting. No, it switched to using fire.
Clean up a water spell real quick.
Besides, the sun was fine. Sun is fine. At least new food seems fine. Yes, ours.
Back as well. Sorry about that, everyone.
We are still randomly just getting frame drops. It's not a lot, but the number does keep going up a little bit every now and then.
That's worrying.
I think it's just that my computer sucks.
At one point, it is going to be that.
so this is the part where I leave and heal.
Oh, that's a lot.
And Crisis, probably not well.
At this point, Crisis is an old enough game.
Yeah, but Crisis 3 can run Crisis mode. Also, how is your mic still picking me up? I am talking super low, and I can hear myself in the background.
Because our mic picks up things.
Shouldn't be picking my voice up when I'm talking low. And there's this noise dampening curtain. Did you not hear an echo? I definitely heard an echo. Okay.
Okay, that's my 2 healing items for now.
It's not coming through then. That's always.
Oh crap! I used the second healing item. I thought I was on a second Pokemon. This was a 1 Pokemon fight.
I'm not sure what the penalty for that's supposed to be.
Admit that mistakes were made.
I mean, what good are rules if it's just kind of... Oh, whoopsie daisy.
The fact that we don't break them on purpose.
Nidus wants to learn Sunny Day. I mean...
I'm taking that. Thank you for the bits, Jack.
Thanks for the bits, but it still doesn't absolve her.
I made this more complicated than it needed to be.
No, it's allow unlimited items in the next major battle. Penalty for breaking rules is like Pokemon break the rules with dies.
But we got unlimited items.
But that's only in the major battle, not until the major battle.
Well, I think that was a pretty major battle. I could have died.
One, bless you. Two, I'm going to say we roll with it just because Jack spent bits to try to avoid an issue. Which, again, thank you for the bits, Jack. If it weren't for the bits, then yeah, I would probably go with, yeah, let's kill the Pokemon off.
Executing a Pokemon for the crimes of our trainer. Are you sure you're not a Solite alter, Nyx? I just have to ask.
How do I want to go about this? I see how I want to go about this. I thought I saw how I wanted to go about this. I'm having doubts. No.
Hey, Nyx.
Oh, she's not going to move forward like that. What's up?
Do you ever just think of this jump and just go jump, jump, slide, 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 slide.
No, because I never played Parappa.
No, Mega Man 8.
No, I never played Parappa.
Okay, are you committed to the speaking low thing?
I mean, it's helping to avoid extra noise pickup. Why, what's up?
I was just wondering.
Because, I mean, if I talk loud like this, well, I think they could probably hear the echo right now. I can hear it a lot louder.
Are you sure you don't have settings for hearing your own voice? Because I didn't pick up anything on my mic.
I am very sure. I'm 100% sure. Because if I'm not talking like this, I'm not hearing it. If I mute you, I'm not hearing it. It has to be coming through your mic.
Ooh, what's...
I mean, I guess I could start clapping my hands, Jack.
Okay, you can we stop doing ASMR? This is ASMR with Nyx. Open for Nyx.
So, does that answer your question?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, back to talking low.
But my questions are not answered.
I didn't mean to use Fire Punch. For some reason, Fire Punch wasn't very effective on Clamperl.
For some reason, I decided it was a great idea to use a grass attack on Shroomish.
Dolphin.
Are you on Bryce?
Say what?
Are you on Bryce yet?
No, my mind is not working for this, ice puzzle. Embrace it.
Ah.
My mind is very much doing a dumb. I mean, this is how I've been talking for the rest of the stream until I was making a point. It's not my fault they sent Riolu out to attack me. I'm just defending myself. You know what? I am gonna drop Body Slam. I feel like I shouldn't be having this much of an issue.
That's so much damage.
Shouldn't be having this much of an issue with this ice puzzle.
That it was way too much damage.
Are you fighting Price already?
Yes, I am fighting Price.
Ow. Good job waiting.
Yeah, I got scolded by the system for that one.
feel like I'm being blind and there's an easy answer to this.
Okay, you go right. Then up. Then right. Then down. Then left. Then up. Wait a second, what?
What?
Oh, wait, then up. Then right. Then up. Then... I'm trying to remember. Go right, down, left, up. I had a perspective screw, my bad. Wait, left, down. Down, right twice, then up.
Okay. Yeah, no, I was not seeing it at all there. Oh, you're gonna use a ground attack. You know it. Well, that wasn't a ground attack. Yes, go ahead. Keep raising your defense. I will just use a special attack. You jerk. Why did you have to poison me? It would have been very evil. And would have made this puzzle a lot harder. Who do I want to leave the charge? Yufu seems like the safest option for Luna. Wait, what? Why did that ice block just lock in? It bumped a trainer. What? Okay. Alright, now I'm fucking Christ. Camera up is not what I was expecting.
This fight is actually very uncomfortable. Please no crit. Okay, I think I'm in the clear. There's one Pokemon you want to really capitalize on the usage of.
Who's that?
It is in fact the sun.
Why? Why?
Got taken out during the prize battle.
Ah.
Price really tore into me.
Well, pretty switching, I guess.
Camerupt is Camel with Volcano back, yeah. Numel is, the sun has set. That
is a strong mind junior.
That fight was brutal. You really should check out this fight on my end. I feel like I played okay, but um you start getting sunsets. Okay, here's the end of battle with 3 healing items used. Netis is on 11 HP, Pergron is on 9 HP, Nufu is on 12 HP, and Sun is fainted. Marowak is the only one that did good, and I couldn't use Marowak for part of a battle because the part of a battle that was taking everyone out because it was a water Pokemon. Jill said she was going to be sad if the sun was lost too. Didn't she?
I'm not gonna use Dragon Rush. Cast Form keeps using Copycat. I definitely just had a panic attack because I misread Slash as Splash, and I was like, how did that get replaced? Almost had a panic attack.
Hitmontop is only...
He's only fighting.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and update while you're doing this.
Taking out the sun and adding Mutop.
Just getting the Pokemon list we have. The sun is down. So
I'm just gonna keep using Heat Wave cast form.
okay, sun is fainted, and that means that
How many healing items do you have, Price? Come on now.
here the sun is pure grass.
Yep.
Alright, record is updated. And we don't have a fighting set. That does open up a slot. And yeah, I'm going to capitalize on that.
Swear, it's gonna change what attack it uses right now. When I'm counting on it, still just using Copycat. I was wrong.
Hold on.
How did you manage to die when you had unlimited item usage?
I thought it wasn't that battle.
Oh yeah. Fair.
Who is fine with all my slot?
I'm doing. You put it as Mewtwo in the Pokemon list.
I corrected myself twice on that, and I still put it down. Fixed.
Oh, right. 17 was captured. 18 is dead. Yep.
You got
So
through
we're
the fight
taking-
okay?
Yeah. So we're getting Mewtwo out.
Yeah. Are you updating it or? I guess I'll temporarily get you ready just to get the fly movement.
Yeah, 'cause it is time to head over to Olivine.
Alright, to take on that one trainer with the Ampharos. Is Whirlpool necessary for this game?
I do not recall, and again, I will be back.
I guess we're going to see where our options are at. So first of all, for fire, it is. I guess mixed. One of us mixed up whose Nidus is who because my Nidus is a water and he put it down as fire. Or that might have been me by accident. Okay. Do we have a bug? Our bug is Gyarados. We don't have a guard. But we do have a water. Steve is fire.
Alright, I return.
Diamethos Nidus is down as fire. My Nidus is water.
What's my Nidus down as?
Your Nidus is down as water.
My Nidus fire. So, someone swapped them.
I don't think I used that abbreviation for them. Alright, I fixed the right hand side. Assuming that's the only glitch, obviously. I checked through, it looks like we don't have any slots open for the 6-1.
I didn't think we would. Not with what's left available.
Yeah. Has to be Ghost, Grass, Ice, Dark.
Or electric.
Yeah, or electric. That's still 5 types. You would think that it could happen.
Oh, right. I'm gonna have to fly to another Pokemon.
Your flying Pokemon is the one that painted, didn't it?
Yep. I mean, I'm probably not going to be using aromatherapy on Mutop, so... Oh, wait, that's acupressure, aromatherapy. I'm probably not going to be using Sonic Boom on Mutop anyways.
I really need to start using colored items a lot more.
Don't forget we do still need to deliver the medicine. Or at least I still need to deliver it. I don't know if you ever did.
I don't think I did.
Medicine delivery services. Here's your drugs. Partake responsibly.
Or not.
Yeah, true. Not wrong. Why does Zamfara say Palu?
Because in the games, they can't decide whether they want to do the anime can only say the name or not thing. They shouldn't. Because it's really silly that Pokemon characteristically only say their name.
I mean, how else are you supposed to know what it is?
I don't know, why do we know a dog's a dog? Do you think dogs say dog, 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 dog?
I mean, to be fair, we named dogs. Those things have their own name, which they say. Oh hey, the Safari Zone's open. What say you after we obliterate Jasmine, we go get a Safari Zone capture?
Okay.
I'm at the entrance to Jasmine's gym. I'm not going in yet. Until you say you're ready to take it on. I'm patient enough for that.
You really shouldn't be. What a terrible mistake.
Okay, I'm getting some exercise in.
If we get like a Arceus or something, we're definitely naming it Moonlight.
Are you ready yet?
No, because I keep getting calls. This is why you turn off your phone during streams, everyone. Alright, I'm in. What? You weren't there before, old man! Oh. I'm still saying you weren't there before. I got faked out twice.
Are you fighting Jasmine yet?
I'm switching which Pokemon's heading. Oh, Mewtwo doesn't actually have levels.
Don't forget to slap EXP share on it.
True.
Jack makes a good point, and Drake makes an interesting point.
Fair.
Alright, let's see what Jasmine has for us. I think we actually challenged the harder one first with Price. Oh, no, never mind.
Is everything about to die?
Her lead Pokemon is 30.
Kinda glad we waited until now then.
Yay, Quick Claw activated. Oh, this victory belt has color change.
It changes to what type hits it, right?
Yeah. If I knew that, I would have been using Shadow Sneak from the start. Because Ghost is super effective on Ghost. Well, here's one item from me. I'll need to double check how many I can actually use this fight, apparently.
Oh, that's not good. That is not
what's
good. Corellia used barrier.
So we get 3 items this fight.
Okay. Like I said, I misremembered how many Pokemon the opponent had in. That's why I ended up using an extra.
Yeah, you can check when you're on the selection, right?
Right, but I was on the item screen, so I couldn't see it directly. And I thought I remembered right. But I was thinking of the trainer that was across from her. Oh, that's a full heal.
That mega kick hurt. Oh, but you're flying. Wait, no, mega kick is normal, isn't it?
In Gen 1 it was normal, but I think it was fixed to being fighting.
Oh, that makes a huge difference on what I do, though.
That's not good.
Taking a moment to double check this. This is Gen 4.
It keeps using Psycho Boost, which is doing a lot of damage. After I already used Barrier to make me...
No, mega kick is still normal.
Alright, keeps on reducing the...
Well, that's why it's hurting so much. Yeah, Tauros.
And Tauros is a pretty physically strong Pokemon, too.
I don't like this.
So that's fair. I think I just won.
You lose anyone?
Paragon got really low, but no. Paragon just solid the whole jump. The steel types do that, you know?
I'm gonna use my second item of fight. Yep, that's doing over half. Yeah, it's a gym leader. Using more items won't help though, because it's doing over half, so I don't even get a turn to attack. And
Is that your only Pokemon you could use?
everything else has lower defense. Defense 72, 5, 51, 38, 47.
And
So
nobody's normal resistant either.
No. Probably not.
So we might be losing a Pokemon.
Yeah.
Losing glasses might be the worst thing. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and restock on items because I ran off healing. Okay. So we have Potion, which is 300 for 20 HP. We have Super, which is 50 for 700. We have Hyper, which is 200 for 1020. So if we get a calculator out, we could see that it's...
I think the only thing I can hope for right now is Quick Claw activation, Dragon Rush hitting. Because there is no safe switch in. And it is by far my strongest move, especially with Stab. Shadow Sneak can't affect Tauros because it's normal type.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Come on, Quick Claw. Clutch Quick Claw. Oh my god. It missed. Well. You raised my hopes and dashed them. Oh my god. Using my third healing item.
Come on, make it.
You've raised my hopes and dashed them quite expertly. It missed. Oh,
Also, its power points gotta be getting low, right?
Mega Kick. My god, I missed again.
Oh.
I tanked it and I missed again.
Was on its recharge turn.
It is on its recharge turn. Means I could switch, but nothing switching in is going to be fine on this. Oh. Hey, I rescind what I said about items not being helpful.
Should I pay since I wasted our last one?
No. Oh my god, that didn't do anything. Oh, if it's on Hyper Beam now, that did 40 damage.
Oh! Jack just gave you heals.
Jack, thank you. You didn't have to. I was actually still gonna strategize around other Pokemon, but it's very appreciated.
Yes.
Holy crap.
Thank you so much. You've been a lifesaver this run.
You are carrying this run.
He's like Colin from Advance Wars. Just breaking battles over his knee with lots of cash.
Practicing if I can get Dragon Rush to hit. Flinch.
Yeah,
Flinch.
Super Repel is the best one. Or Super Rapel. I can grapple.
What is Mega Kick's power compared to Hyper Beam? Oh wait, no, Hyper Beam's special now, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, that's why you get Giga Crush or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that too. I just remembered. Oh, the reputation of Tarosin. Yeah.
Oh my god. And we end on a Zangoose. Oh. You know what? I've got unlimited healing right now. I'm going to heal up and see what it does. It used Bide. Oh my god, it used Bide. It used Bide. I got a free Dragon Dance. I don't know if I'll outspeed it yet. I do outspeed it, so if it goes for Bite again, I just start using Dragon Dances some more. It used Sing. Wait, why did I use Heat Wave? Sacred Fire would do more.
I'll
Well,
figure out our next setting.
So I don't think I've used more than like one item in a battle before this. No.
Oh no, that's bad.
If it's gonna do that much in a single hit, again, healing won't help, but I outspeed it. Sacred Fire is physical. I'm gonna double check a couple things to make sure I remember them properly. Attack and speed, and that's physical. But 95 accurate. Have to go for it.
Do not miss this shot.
This should kill.
I got it! No! Use the sash! Focus! Oh.
No, Citrus Bear. Rip Nidus.
That was a good run. I'm just noticing Soul Links are really great for one thing, and that's to curb the habit of Nuzlockers to go like, I don't need this. Because, like, first of all, every team slot is valuable to us.
Yeah.
And second of all, Doggo! Oh my god, Doggo dead.
If I didn't misplay and use the Sacred Fire instead of Heat Wave, that would have been a kill.
Which one was that?
Nidus.
This.
I don't want to use Gyarados because it has stall for an ability.
This is marked.
I mean, Nufu carried the rest of the battle. Might as well let it finish it off.
If you had healing items, one thing you could do with healing items is heal stall. to be fair.
I mean, Headbutt has 20 power points. I don't have 20 healing items. That's all. Yeah, Nidus would have been great if I didn't mistake there. That one's on me.
Yeah. Steve is Firegrass. And our grass is free.
Who'd you lose on your side?
I lost my water. I already cleared it from the sheet. With toe beans, we have a water with a grass dark pair. I'm wondering if we could do fire with anything with that. Doesn't look like it.
That stings. Alright, so what are we looking at? It's already cleared up.
The options I easily see are Steve and toe beans.
See what they are. Yeah. That Toro's like it wasn't Sib that.
She was tired of getting picked on. My Steve is a Rapidash and my toe beans is a Walmart with lightning rod. That does not help it.
Tobean's a shift tree for me, and Eve is Grottle.
Grottle will evolve into ground, which is my Gyarados.
So probably bring shift tree for Tobean's.
Yeah.
Hey, at least we can keep a 5th party member.
Yeah. Here's hoping that we get something in the... There really is. Here's hoping we could get a 6th party member through the safari.
Yeah.
After the stream, I won't be around after the stream. Hopefully we could get Lacer to finish off. What's Drake? Your Drake is a water psychic. Oh, we already have a psychic. Never mind. Because my Drake's an Eevee, so that normal can change.
Yeah. Mine is Slowbro. You can see it right next to it, where you list the Pokemon.
I see the typings.
No, look over under the lost Pokemon.
Oh, right, we actually do list the actual Pokemon lost. What was your Nidus?
Growlithe.
Oh no, Fire Pupper. And Sun was...
For mine?
Yeah,
Tangrowth.
Tangrowth. And mine is a Misprit. I do like actually having the names of Pokemon species on the lost Pokemon list. I'm gonna see if I lost any HMs from that loss. Whirlpool. Hopefully Whirlpool isn't valuable.
I don't know if this guy is a trainer or not.
Apparently not.
He wasn't facing me.
Oh, I thought he was facing down. He's a trainer.
Oh, it's level 19.
Where are you?
Route 47. Fly back to Cianwood and go up and left into the cave.
Oh, go in the cave. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be beating myself up for the Nidus loss. Could have saved that if I didn't misplay.
I was stressing. People make mistakes under stress. That's why we have Beyonce. It only helps in emergencies because the system's stubborn.
Why does your Dragon Rush hit? Oh, no. Okay, well,
Oh, that's a mad choke. That was 2 hits. Time for a Mewtwo that does nothing.
I know.
Oh wait, Frostlass is a Slash Ghost.
Yes, Ice Ghost.
Still nearly died.
What? Backtracking real quick. Is there a Martin Cianwood?
I think so. Is Cacnea grass dark or just grass?
I think it's just grass.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just grass. Because I was able to hit Mist Ball.
How do we feel about returning Shucky?
Is there a reason to?
I don't recall. I'm gonna hold on to Shucky for now.
We aren't using Shucky. I think we could and see if we could get anything out of it.
I would say hold on to Shucky. Mine is Ghost at least, so it is an otherwise unused type. So if that slot does open up, chance to fill that. I mean, I just buy Max Potion. No. I think has over 200. I just buy Hyper.
Oh, I just got the route Pokemon. Oh, Nidoqueen! Nidoqueen! Oh my god, it's a Nidoqueen.
Route 47.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, its ears are like mine.
should buy some super as well for smaller heals.
It'll be strong against rock, right?
It's ground poison.
Okay, I was just making sure I remembered that right. Oh my gosh.
Be back over there in a moment to get the encounter myself.
Oh no, that's magnitude. That's a magnitude 10.
What level is the meter?
22.
That could do decent damage then.
It took off half of Pergon's health.
I'm assuming you are inside Cliff Cave. Okay, there we go. I got a Vespiquen, which is bug flying, I think.
Two, three, catch, caught.
Nice.
I am so happy.
Forgot to make sure Pergron was leading for false swipe.
This one's going to be named Nisu if you get it. And you will get it. I love it so much.
I'm waiting for it to hit itself with it, or for it to use a recoil attack. Switch back to Nufu for the survivability. Gonna throw friend ball. Vespiquen is friend.
That's NISU.
Yep, I can see it. Alright, let's see what you... Chatter, wing attack, bug bite, air slash.
That was not fun.
Blah, 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 blah. Oh. What? Wait, it's preparing. Blah, 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 blah. I don't think it's actually picking that up. Oh well.
He will later ask for Shucky back. If the player agrees, he will let them keep it if it has a high friendship. Otherwise, he will take it back. However, he will accuse the player of stealing if Shucky is not returned.
Yeah, he did say it's along the same lines as Shucky. Or as feeling. And I don't think we have our friendship built up, so...
I think we should run around with it or something so that it doesn't...
I mean, is there anything else gained or lost from just not talking to him again?
Being a good person?
Is there anything actually gained or lost from not talking to him again?
I think being the good guy is a victory of its own.
Is there anything like gained or lost?
There's no monetary reward.
And why don't we just not go him for a while?
I'm fine with not talking to him for a while. It's just... eventually I'd like to take care of that. Because I'm not a thief.
Wait, is Cliff Cave separate from Route 47? I think technically it is. Should have another encounter in the area. Actually. If you're good with exploring the cave system a bit.
Well, we couldn't be bad dudes, so we should be good. I mean, we could just dip into the cave system enough to get the thing.
I mean, was your encounter was in the caves, right?
Yeah, like just inside the cave.
Yeah. So if we work our way down to where the water is,
Okay.
then we should be able to get a Route 47 encounter. Well, yay, new top is 23.
Okay, so to go down the ladder.
Yep. The intent is getting down to the water.
Alright, so floatzel, that's something we don't have.
This is in the cave again.
Oh.
Just killing it for the experience. Sucker. Love doesn't restrain me from using violence. You didn't hear that.
Yes, I did.
You didn't. God. So can't use this encounter yet. Did I see it? The claw activate for shit. Alright, Route 47. Yes, I want to surf on it. Violence is never the answer. Violence is the question. Yes is the answer. Are you on the water yourself?
Yeah.
Alright, here's my water encounter.
Okay.
Oh, it's heavy.
Is that pure water or?
It is, yeah.
My Wilmer's water, so we can't use it yet, but if you wanna hold up, I have a Magby that's gonna be trouble.
Okay, so water, fire. Yeah. Oh wait, no, we have fire shots.
No, no! That was way too much damage. It was just a mud bomb. Mud bomb's the higher one.
You kill it.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm going to go back to get more Pokeballs because I just do not have much. I was afraid of killing the Magby too. I was like, this is not going to be...
then why would you use a super effective move on it?
I thought it was one that was really weak. I forgot what it's called.
What? But it's still super effective.
Yeah, it's super effective that does 10 damage. It's going to do like 20 damage.
Okay, what level are you?
Okay, point.
Well, so much for... Are we gonna keep trying to push forward to the Safari Zone? Or are we gonna deal with, the radio tower?
There's no Pokemarts here. Let's keep pushing forward.
Okay, in that case... Here's my repels.
That was so frustrating.
Okay, so Black Flute does not replace proper repels. I can at least say that. Mango Splat doesn't be so violent. Yeah,
You're not
I know
safe.
that.
You're never safe.
I know that feeling. I feel like I can empathize with Pokemon Go Splat.
Oh, Route 48's here, and I still don't have Pokeballs. So I'm just going to go to the Safari Zone.
I need to get off. Oh. Did you have to do a fight to get to 48?
No, if you're careful, you can avoid all the double battles.
Okay.
I could get quick... I can't get quick balls. Do I have sell items?
Top 48. And you didn't get a 48 encounter, right?
Right.
There's a mart at the Safari. Oh, that's vitamins.
I was hoping to find a Pokemaniac that could take my big mushroom, but I think I'm just going to sell it instead.
You could... Oh, were you saying you can't get quick balls because you don't have the money?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'll just go to Safari Zone. And because there'll be lots of balls.
Oh, hey, I have some Stardust I can sell.
I've just been really low on money.
I've just been finding a ton of sell items. You've been doing more battles than me. Okay, think quick. Alright, Safari Zone.
Can we do the Judo test, the aptitude test, separate of the Safari Zone?
Would you like to take the owner aptitude test? I never thought anyone would decline. You can become the Safari Zone owner. We have to take the test. It's a forced yes. All you have to do is catch one Geodude at Safari and show it to them. Oh, I see what you're saying. No idea. I don't remember how the Safari Zone works in Heart Gold, Soul Silver.
Since this seems to be mandatory, I think this is the one where you customize the Safari Zone. So you have, I think you will have to, maybe?
I need to go sell an item. I don't have 500 money.
Alright.
I spent all my money on Heart Balls.
Actually, it looks like it's going to let us grab the other one. So let's not worry about the aptitude test.
Oh, I can still discard spec.
No,
What was your encounter?
my counter's a Graveler.
Is this randomized? It might be similar to the bug catching contest where it's not randomized.
Hmm. Are you kidding me?
I'm going to a different catching grass.
Sure. Stay. I feel like I'm supposed to do this thing a certain way.
Did you knock it out, or?
You can't knock it out, it's Safari.
Oh, right. Oh, well. Yes.
Alright, I caught a Graveler. It only took like 6 balls.
I'm trying to decide where I want to go.
Sure. I guess I'll just stand on the screen for a bit. I'm probably gonna take the usual nap after stream.
Mm-hmm. You know what? This seems like a neutrally area.
For some reason, it feels like it's a lot later in the week than it is.
Got a Rattata. I don't think it's randomized, but
Did we have a Rattata before?
I didn't.
Okay.
Click.
It's your turn on naming.
And you said you got a Graveler?
Mm-hmm.
Rattler.
Rattler.
R-A-T-L-E-R.
Han. Diggin?
R-A-T.
R-A-T.
L-E-R.
Oh. That's straightforward.
Wild Abra up here. You know what? I'm not going to use it. I just want to see if I can get it before it runs.
Is there anything to do at the Safari?
Catch Pokemon.
Okay, so since we caught our one Pokemon, we leave now?
Pretty much. Unless we want to try to find a Geodude for the ownership thing. Oh well, I'm leaving.
Yeah, I'm leaving too. I'm gonna beat up some innocent victims.
That's not a good person thing to do.
Oh, don't worry, they looked at me, so it's okay. Besides, these victims might have a decent bit of money. That will wholesomely defeat.
So my Rattata has anger. To a Focus Blast, Thumb Shot, Mind Field, Safeguard. Focus Blast and Thumb Shot are the 120 powers. But hey, I've got Mind Reader, so... Rip. That game Mover Learner is not as accessible. Or even accessible at all at that point, I don't think.
I have some money, but I could do with more money.
I'm going to go ahead and fly over to Goldenrod.
Okay.
Because we'll probably be getting money for whoever is here. Go talk to the bike shop owner real quick. I'm not gonna go talk to the bike shop owner real quick.
Why not?
There's these jerks blocking the way.
What jerks?
Gonna try my hand at Voltorb flip.
Okay.
Just let me know when you hit Goldenrod.
Alright. I should get only 5 quick balls. That way I could put money into other types. What Pokemon art is going to have the best Pokeballs?
Probably one in Goldenrod.
Okay. Alright, and going up the
Top left or bottom left?
top left.
Nope.
That was not it. What's the bottom left?
It was bottom left.
Alright, and
Oh wow, didn't even pay attention. 9 down here.
do we only have a half hour left?
Yep. Well, 40 minutes.
That is so quick. Just gotta figure out where the Pokemon Mart is.
It's a giant building.
Oh, it's only the mall.
Yes.
Oh, but that makes sense.
Top left, bottom left.
Top left.
Oh wait, that was a 1. I misplayed. Because I derped. I saw a number and it's like, oh hey, click the counterpart.
I got 5 Ultra Balls, only 5. I'm gonna beat up baddies. Tell me when you're ready.
Hmm. 3 of them here, only 1. Top, middle, or bottom?
Middle. Wait, why am I still here? We beat the gym leader.
Beat 2 gym leaders.
Oh, I'm going to earn the scorn. Uh, oh man, that's not good. Varys got skipped over.
Top left, bottom left.
I'm taking care of things.
Someone in chat then, top left, bottom left. Oh, nice on having beaten Norman though. I should do top right or bottom right, not left. Shouldn't have been a question. That should have been out of the. Oh well.
We're able to deal just fine with a mistake like that.
Statistically, this is the least likely one to have a full torb. So.
Alright, I'm fronting.
Who's on?
Varys. You're going to have... we're on how many patches? You're going to have Sullens for the Elite Four.
DERAHS or HAS?
AHS.
Am I changing profile pic?
No, that's fine.
So, to the radio tower.
Alright. Tell me when you're in.
Who are you? We have some distance going on. Oh. Forgot they changed it up for the remake a bit. To the underground.
How much money? Oh. I see how this is going.
Yay. Now to talk to everyone while dressed like Team Rocket. What's up? They won't let me leave. I'll just fly. This isn't the place for that.
These Team Rocket members are surprisingly wholesome. Oh, do you want to talk to random people in the uniform?
What do you think I've been doing? See, I'm the best Team Rocket member. I've got a Persian following me. People don't seem too scared. It's just kind of a, oh, huh. You're awfully young for being in Team Rocket. Dang.
Hmm.
What kind of business would a Team Rocket member have here? We aren't selling sanity here.
I like how Mr. Game is so excited for games that he'll do it even for. He'll even play games with Team Rocket.
Did he have any special commentary?
No. He's just like, let's play a game!
Ladies at this department store never change their attitude, be it in front of a regular customer or a Team Rocket member. That's what I call professional.
I'm surprised the Pokemon Center who would most hate Team Rocket. Oh! Pardon us for the inconvenience. Please return once you have stopped being a member of Team Rocket.
Wait, who says that?
Pardon us for the inconvenience, but people wearing black clothing, people who engage in unlawful activities, and people who are members of Team Rocket are barred from participating.
For what?
For the second floor on the center.
If I could, I would, Jack. These people are just so wholesome.
What did the one over there say?
This one?
Yeah.
Team Rocket, you should have a drink from the vending machine and take a break. It's about time you started thinking of how you want to live your life.
Oh, wow, that was scathing.
It's also very wholesome, though. It's like, you know what?
Just stop and think about it. What if you go to your mother?
What do you mean, go to your mother?
At the beginning of a game, your mom.
Go ahead, try it. Go ahead and try leaving Goldenrod.
Sure. I don't know, some of those sound like they're really passive aggressive. Oh wow, you actually can't fly out.
No.
I didn't expect that would keep you from flying.
So, what's your mother say?
Do you want me to save your money up?
Do you call her?
Not yet, but I know she's gonna say that.
Well, she can't exactly see that you're part of Team Rocket now, so...
She should know. I'm going to call my mom and tell her about my life decisions. Ma!
Alright, I'm right in front of the radio tower.
Volnoki says she's disappointed in me.
Okay, I lied. I'm inside the radio tower.
Me too.
Oh, this is just poor timing.
I hate you.
This was just poor timing. Why does this grunt have a Pidgeot?
And before the pit grunt has a Mew. Alright, that's gonna be easy.
Yay, a flinch saved me some health. Oh. Oh, that's a Gliscor. Ah. That was rude. My Hydro Pump missed, but Gliscor used Mirror Move, and its Hydro Pump hit.
I keep on missing this Doduo because it's just flying around all over the place.
You tap one to learn Brick Break.
Oh, one shot, one kill.
Do I drop Wish or do I drop Acupressure?
Is Gen 1 the only gen with actual champion that's your opposing trainer? Your rival?
I don't believe so. Well, at least he understands that you were just trying to be sneaky. Even if he is still calling you weak for it.
Something, something dishonorable, something, something, I don't care. Oh, actually, that could be bad.
You up against?
My cargo, and it wasn't as dangerous as I thought. I'm staying in just to do a rock move. Because I got to go first, and it died immediately.
Sadly, I'm having to take down a Mawile. Put Gyarados in front. And also use some of these potions that I got.
And then I forget how Ghost deals with Steel. I don't have to think about it. This Houndour could be a problem, but I don't have to deal with it. Yes, I do think I'm a hero.
Are you gonna be taking out everyone?
Oh, absolutely. I need the money. This one has a Dragonite.
This one had a cricket pot. I think your Team Rocket's a little better prepared than my Team Rocket.
Yeah, especially since this Dragonite had Feather Dance. Oh, it has Dragon Dance.
Don't die to it.
I'm not sure it actually has attacks. Dude, Feather Dance, Dragon Dance, and Spite.
I would be terrified of its last move slot then.
I wouldn't because it's dead.
Oh, well, fair. fine. I'll take on everyone. Oh wow. Huh.
He's just getting everywhere in games.
Yeah. Rocket grunts and out Totodile. Well, I know where our last starter went. Come on, Silverwind. Give me those boosts. Silverwind didn't give me boosts. No, I'm not gonna risk it. World, that was a good.
I don't have a good matchup for Slowpoke.
Have you tried using a bug?
I don't think I have a bug. This fight's just going slow. Is progressing third floor or second floor?
Yeah. Hey, it worked.
It's interesting that one of grunts just says they're chaotic, not evil.
This is the part where I use one of my potions for this fight. So everyone's getting beaten up.
Kill the cat.
Oh, don't murder the cat.
I'm gonna have to drop out just to get power points back.
I'm also leaving to heal real quick. Yeah, it's not real.
His cat is linked to my Aggron. If he loses his cat, I lose my Kaiju. And we can't have Mecha if we don't have Kaiju. It's like a rule.
Well, let me check something. No more. Wait, did something not get...
Is something wrong?
Oh, neither of us filled out toe beans. The current. We had a lot of it. It's like, what are we doing?
Oh, are you talking about for the type list?
Yeah.
I haven't been playing with a type list. I figured you would be better for managing that. Exactly, you don't get between a girl and a kaiju. It's not... But Lion, once you introduce Kaiju, once you lose the Kaiju, you can't have the mecha anymore. Like, if you have mecha and you never introduce the Kaiju, you could keep having mecha. But it's like, once you have it, it's just necessary. And we do have Kaiju, so we're in that boat.
Last fight of this floor. Why do you have 5 Pokemon?
Yeah, that grunt just randomly has 5 Pokemon. This one has 4. The one on the floor up has 4. Oh, Priplup's resistant. Is Hyper Fang the normal? Okay, that's one I don't worry about.
No, Hyper Fang you worry about.
Oh, it's Super Fang.
Super Fang is the one that only does half health.
That's the one I worry about.
Why are you worried about half health?
Because that's a lot more than 1 damage.
Did Hyper Fang only do 1 damage?
Yeah.
Oh. Well then.
Yeah, it's like Hyper Fang is just a high damage move. But...
The high... with an increased crit.
There's a crit chance I thought it had flinch.
I thought it was increased crit chance. I could be wrong.
10% chance to do flinch. It gets a power boost from Strong Jaw. Wait, what type's Ampharos?
Electric.
Oh!
I think it was.
I thought it was normal slash something. I think because... Is Mega Ampharos still electric?
Electric Dragon.
I'm just not familiar with electric sheep. The Happiny did static on me on its way down. I think we'll have to end a little early because I really have to go to the bathroom.
Alright, so finish the battle you're on, I'll finish the battle, and we'll go ahead and call it. We'll start off tomorrow with beating the radio tower.
Yeah, we made a lot of practice. Alright.
Yes, we did a lot of practice.
Alright, have a great day, everybody.
Have a good one, everybody.
Sorry to cut a little early. You should do the floor up, since I got to the 3rd floor.
Did you beat everyone on the next floor up?